where we differ. Do you suppose that a woman, a good woman, let's just say a good woman, could find a good man? Yes, a good man. Do you not suppose that together they could forestall the day of such a fall? Oh, perhaps, Mum. Well, for argument's sake, let's say a woman could. That she found a man that she thought she cared for. Yes. And despite his imperfections and follies, it was an old-fashioned notion, I dare say, but what if it were possible? Oh.
Georgie!
Thomas, if you value your mortal happiness, do not come in here.
But I have splendid news.
Then shout it through the door!
I shan't! I'll wait till you come out.
Don't come in then.
Georgiana?
Yes, well, what is it, Thomas?
Why, you're absolutely,
Yes?
absolutely beautiful.
Thomas, really?
Well, I'm blinded by your beauty, Georgiana. I'm blind, I can't see, like Saul of Tarsus. Oh, spare me, goddess of beauty. Oh, have mercy on the lonely soul.
Thomas, please, I am in no mood for your games.
But actually, I'm being rather serious, my dear. You really do look splendid in that dress. But Stephen is here.
What? What is Stephen doing here?
Well, I asked him to go hunting with me. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that your dressmaker was over.
Oh, what a stupid thing to do, Thomas. Well, let me talk with him before you go off. Well, hurry, go get Charlotte and Angelina to help me out of this thing. Go! No!
Perhaps I should take the lead?
Yes, you can get your pay from Mary.
Yes.
Miss Whitefield. Oh, you simply can't see me in this dress yet. Oh, Charlotte! Charlotte!
Oh, Miss Whitefield, I didn't know that you were here.
Somewhere out the door, sir.
Oh, Miss Whitefield,
Yes, Mr. Lockhart.
how is Esther?
My sister's well, thank you.
Do you suppose she'd mind if I paid her a visit this afternoon?
Mr. Lockhart.
She did tell you about the talk I had with her, didn't she?
Yes.
Then you understand that I expressed interest to her?
Yes.
Good. Is today about to visit then?
Oh, sir, I think any day is a bad day to visit her.
What do you mean? What are you telling me?
She was flattered.
Flattered?
Yes, she told me that if you and I were to talk today, she told me to give you her apologies in hopes that you will forgive her because of her refusal towards you.
You are in earnest?
Regretfully so, sir.
But why?
Honestly, sir? She remembers how you treated Brother Brigham and Brother John. She remembers all your comments towards religion.
You don't mean... How ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous, sir.
Why must even our relationships be determined by religion?
We're joined in a Latter-day Saints. It bleeds into all aspects of our lives.
A person can love an Anglican, a Jew, or an atheist. Not even God should meddle in such affairs.
Besides, Esther's decision to choose whoever she desires. She happens to desire someone who can share what is most precious with her, what is most true.
You know nothing of truth.
Pardon me, sir. I may not have your education, Mr. Lockhart, but I've seen things in this religion that would knock you off your high places. Spectacular things, supernatural things, sacred things.
And what if another preacher came along just as schooled in the art of deception? What then?
Who's the true deceiver, Mr. Lockhart? Mr. Young and Mr. Dana, are you? Or you just been deceived yourself?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't I?
Well, it's not pragmatic. All it does is make you discontent.
I do not need this religion to make discontent, sir. I'm a lucky one. I don't have to risk my own life at spinning Ginny. I don't have to prance around with some strumpet in desperation. I haven't been thrust that low. But I've seen it, smelt it, and
pleasant, isn't it?
That's the way man has made it.
Things are the way they are.
And you benefit.
I benefit.
Don't you? Well, my people work enslaved. Your people live off our sweat. You build upon our foundations. You oppress us for our labours. While you grow richer and fatter with more and more leisure time, our people make their bones roll and dwindle away in the spectres of poverty.
Why have you been yourself, Miss Whitefield?
I beg your pardon, sir.
Well, I find it to be quite remarkable, yet only now I have thought so. You've been so silent before, now I find your voice to be quite thrilling.
Mr. Lambert.
Can I see you again? I've seen something in you.
What you saw in me is what you saw in my sister. Women who know who they are and what they believe.
Please.
Please. You went from Miss Highett to my sister. And here today you speak sweetly to me. What next? You didn't want them and say you don't want me.
How could you possibly know what I want?
Sir, you want a crutch to hold you up.
Wait. You've wounded me. Such strength. Such confidence. Where do you get it?
Goodbye, Mr. Lockhart.
That book. Is that the Apostles' book? Thomas said they gave him a book. Is that the book?
Yes.
I like books.
Yes.
May I borrow your book?
My book.
Yes.
Oh, my. So this book here is precious to me.
I will return it, I promise. Thank you, Miss Whitefield.
Mr. Lockhart, don't be too quick to cast that book aside as foolishness. You make sure you know a thing or two before you try and condemn it. Good day, sir.
Is it hot in here? I feel that it's very hot.
Calm down, Miss.
I'm sure it's even hotter when there are all those people.
You must go in there. Your guests are waiting, and you...
I can't! I just can't! I don't see why I got this thing together in the first place. I because how uncomfortable it gets with all the heat and the odor and the perspiration.
Has been asking after you.
Of course he has, Mary. He needs me to introduce him to Mr. Lowe, who, by the way, has not right yet. How would you like it, Mary, if the man only hung about you because you knew some influential people?
How you know that's not the case?
Do I, Mary? Do I?
Well, if it is the case, he's got something else coming to him. You look splendid, man.
Oh, you're my maid, Mary. You're paid to say that.
Now, man, that's like making a cat call. You know I have only ever said what I want to.
Oh, no.
Mary, where's Georgiana? I've been looking for her.
I'm sorry. I left you waiting.
Georgiana, you.
What?
You look
What is it? What is it?
splendid, classy, beautiful.
I'm not either. It's just a new dress.
It's not the dress. I am honored to be in your presence.
Oh, Stephen, stop it. This is embarrassing.
Mary, are you embarrassed?
No, sir.
That you are the only one who feels so, Georgiana. Had you looked into the mirror, perhaps you would have felt differently.
I don't know how to explain myself.
Recognize me as it, Georgiana?
Oh, yes! A graduation! Why, this was the song in which you asked me to dance. I'm surprised you remember that, Stephen.
Dance with me.
Oh, Stephen, I just can't go in.
All right, we'll dance here.
What?
We can hear the music. Let's have one dance one.
Oh,
up against everyone. I want you all for myself for a moment.
Perhaps I shouldn't have told you that now.
I think you should have told me it then.
Have we interrupted a private moment? No, good evening, Daryl. Good evening.
Georgiana, is that really you?
Good evening, Daryl. Why, Catherine, you look absolutely splendid tonight. So do you, Georgiana.
Well, dancers in the other room, you know. Oh, I see that they want our spot, George. You should give it to them.
Well, why not? And you truly do look stunning tonight, Catherine. You're certainly a top form.
So.
Did you hear that? She was kind to me.
What did you think of that woman Thomas was escorting about out there?
Jane Fields, well, I thought that she had a certain...
She is a detestable woman. She has no sense of propriety at all.
Well, if she can make Thomas happy, she's perfectly suitable with me.
What? You detested her, I thought.
No, I don't. I'm starting to look at people a little differently now.
Oh dear, you have become a wretched moralist.
Right this way, ladies and gentlemen! Oh, God, it's beautiful.
Well, when the Hyatts do something, they do something. Now run along, my dear.
What is wrong, Daryl?
What is Harold Blow doing here?
Why do you know each other?
I must leave.
No, why?
I'm sorry, Captain Thomas, put the ball
No,
there.
please.
What is romance, man?
It's been some time, sir.
Get out of my way, old man.
What are you up to these days? The usual?
Get out of my way.
Yes, yes. Always your way. That's the most important thing, no matter who gets crushed in the meantime.
I don't need your lectures again.
Yes, avoid the lectures, avoid the morality, avoid the voices of your past, avoid the voice of conscience! I had hoped I'd been misinformed when I heard you were involved with that scoundrel, Catherine.
How do you know him?
He wanted to become a partner with me. So I investigated his past and found some very malignant pieces of information.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid so. Catherine?
No, I'm not sure I want to hear this.
Catherine, dear, Mr. Fredericks is already married. He left behind a wife in London. A wife who was expecting their first child. Even when he was with her, he was unfaithful. And at the time, he was so steeped in debt because of his gambling that he simply fled London and came here under a different identity. Now it looks as if he's trying to hook himself into your family's fortunes. Oh, I'm afraid it causes you pain, my dear. But I do it to prevent a deeper hurt. Be rid of that man and do not get caught in his snare.
This is a bit overwhelming.
Catherine, how extensive was your relationship with that man?
How dare you? How dare you accuse me of that?
I haven't accused you of anything, my dear.
Harold, I thought I saw you coming.
Georgiana, my girl.
Harold, I've been waiting for you all evening. I have some very important things I want to bring up to you, but first, this is Stephen Lockhart. He's been wanting to meet you.
Sir?
A pleasure.
I think that you both will benefit from this meeting.
Oh, so I imagine we will. So, I imagine you have a manuscript you want to show me.
Am I that translucent?
Sir, I can spot a writer from a mile away.
Oh, Mr. Miller, well, please come into the ballroom. It's
Mary, I don't understand your line of questioning.
All I'm trying to say, Master Thomas, is I think it odd that you spend so much time with Mr. Fredericks nowadays.
Well, I have no personal relationship with the man. We're doing a bit of business.
Business?
Yes, business.
Is that what you call it?
Of pictures. What are you saying, Mary?
I overheard your conversation with Mr. Fredericks.
Mary.
Polishing the silver, sir. I polish it nearly every day, and I know a great deal more than you think. Things about this family, I know it all more intimately than you do, sir. That Darrell Fredericks is not a nice man. Not a nice man at all. He's invaded this house in more than one way, and I won't stand by as he tries to destroy it.
But Mary, you don't understand. I'm too close looking as now.
Say that you're at a picnic, sir, and this hornet falls upon your food.
A hornet.
Yes, a pest, a hornet, with spindly legs and black eyes and a fearsome sting. Say this hornet tries to infest your food. Do you swat him away?
No, because it would sting my hand.
So what do you do then, sir?
I deputize him, give him a regiment, ship him off to India.
Seriously, sir, what do you do?
I don't know, Mary.
Say you have a stick, sir, a big stick, so when this hornet falls upon your food, what do you then? Do you smash the hornet and the food together?
No. No. Yes. Yes, to save the rest of the food.
Well then, sir, my suggestion about Darrell Fredericks is to find a stick, a big one.
Mary. Well, I say, Mary, are we really going to hit him with a stick? Now, where are we going to get a stick that big?
Romantic rubbish.
Ah. Just braces in one of the moods.
Don't touch it, kill when it's on, sir.
That was a retreat in order.
Aye.
Right.
Georgie. What is it, Catherine?
I'm worried about you.
No need to worry.
Well, something is wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
Something has been wrong since the ball.
Do I need to repeat myself? Nothing is wrong.
You've been watching the windows for a week.
11
days.
You're waiting for him to
For
come.
who to come?
I may not have your kind of mind, but I'm not
Do
stupid.
you care about it?
I care about you.
Since when?
Georgie.
You're serious, aren't you?
So how did the ball go? Well, he showed interest in you, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yes.
And he expressed that interest?
Yes. You could say that.
And since then he hasn't come.
He hasn't come.
Oh, Catherine.
Do you think that a man could have affection for a woman like me?
Mr. Lockhart is arriving to see you. I thought it might cheer your spirits. When he gets here, I'll bring him right in.
He's come. Well, we haven't done that for quite some time, have we?
Good luck, Georgie.
Good evening.
Hi, Stephen. How wonderful to see you again.
As it is to see you.
And I was wondering what took you so long to come by since the ball. What could have possibly detained you for so long? Something's wrong, isn't it?
I don't know what to say.
You look so rigid. What's the matter?
Please sit down, I have something to tell you.
Why are you so formal? What is it? Trust me. Trust me.
I,
Stephen?
trying. Dear.
You can tell me.
I'm leaving
Leaving?
to America.
America? Whatever for?
I've come to thank you for your friendship, Georgiana. It has meant a great
What
deal.
is this about?
It's a personal decision.
Personal decision you can't share with me. But I thought, well, after the ball, we were so close.
I hope you didn't misinterpret.
Misinterpret? Stephen, you kissed me.
I know, I meant it. I meant it then.
Then?
It was a mistake, Georgiana.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
not a mistake.
Yes, it was. I acted rashly, and I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, that's not the sort of thing a woman wants to hear about her first kiss.
I've been tortured with guilt.
Spare me of any prepared speeches you have to ease.
I have joined the Latter-day Saints. There, I said it.
Oh. Oh, dear. It's about the dressmaker then.
No, it is not that.
Well, she is a pretty girl.
I am sincere in my
It
conversion.
is about the dressmaker.
Don't jump to such a dramatic conclusion.
Dramatic? No, a man like you falling for such a girl. It's absolutely trivial. It's beneath you.
Georgiana, this has nothing to do with the dressmakers. And my poor darling, this has nothing to do with you.
Who has it to do with
It
it?
has everything to do with me. Me, I've been searching, inquiring, but I didn't know it. Not really.
You are a dyed-in-the-wool heathen like I am. Will you abandon all of your security for the sake of a dressmaker?
Georgiana,
Will you abandon the vigor of our friendship for such gutter children?
Don't make them a part of this. They are women of goodness, women of gentleness.
Women of weakness! Stop creating goddesses out of the delicate, porcelain-faced nymphs of the ignorant!
Georgiana! How can you be so vain? Can't you see that it is the ugliest part of you?
Vain. Vain am I, with a face like mine. I'm not one of these crystallized corpses of beauty.
Please.
What feminine qualities, what prancing movements, what horrid lace and velvet do I possess to make me vain?
It is a conceit of your mind.
You are
your own
convinced because I
self-regard.
have intellect and depth. While these religionists have nothing but a polished husk, emotionalism.
Georgie.
What? Do I threaten you? Do you feel as if I would debunk your manhood? Is the
Georgiana.
mind of an intelligent, sophisticated woman too much for you? Is this dressmaker so much more to your liking because she will bend to you?
Georgiana! This is not a contest between you and Esther.
Then tell me why else you would take this fantastic journey.
It is true belief. My belief. It sat well with me. There is truth
There
in it.
is no truth. Only ranting and raving and flinging the name of God about as if it actually meant something.
And that is the difference between us, Georgiana. It does mean something. I am a believer now. I think deep down I always was, but deep down you never
Believe
had
in
me.
what? Will you abandon the pinnacle of the world for that wild-eyed beast of a nation?
Georgiana! I've been brought up a gentleman, but I have cultivated the soul of a beggar. This is my decision. I will not be a laborer for this world. Better to be a servant of God than to be a slave of social Pharisees.
Pharisees, don't be deceived!
I am not deceived, Georgiana. I do not need the English social structures to buoy me up, and I do not need your approval, or that of any man, woman, or devil.
Let's stop this. You are a convert then.
Yes.
One of the religious faithful.
Yes.
Oh.
Georgiana.
Your periodical. What will happen with that?
Means nothing to me. Now my once vain ambition can give up my prominent future and not despair at it.
So, nothing is the same for you anymore. Your writing means nothing. Your country means nothing. Your society means nothing.
Not what it once did.
And am I nothing to you as well?
Oh, Georgiana.
I deserve an answer.
I care for you, deeply, but I cannot say.
Do you love me, Stephen?
Love? I hardly know what love is.
I've changed. I've put on a new dress, a new face.
I love you, Georgiana. I always have. I think, but not in that sense. It's like with the dressmakers. Well, I admired them and I mistook that for love. They lifted me to a point and you lifted me even higher. But it is the greater hands, the ball, the piercings of nails that have truly brought me bravery.
So, are you here to cut me loose or to ask me to go with you?
What kind of
I will-
question is that?
I will not sacrifice my life on your altar, nor will I be controlled by the dictates of a man I have never seen, nor a God I have never heard.
I understand. In fact, your feelings have simplified
I
the
would
matter.
give up everything for you. You are substance. I can hold you in my hands. If you could only abandon this quest of Quixote.
Our ships are sailing in different directions, Georgiana. We grow more distant every
It
moment.
doesn't have to be this way.
Georgiana, I came here to tell you goodbye.
Oh, Stephen, don't go, I need you.
And I once thought that I needed you.
Instead.
No, I cannot. No. Georgiana, I believe in this. You and I, we are too different.
We are the same!
No, we are not. There's a part of me that is foreign to you. For it was foreign to me, yet I have discovered a piece and I am in search for the rest. There's a part of me that I have longed for, which you have never understood, never sought, never acknowledged.
Stephen, if it is love.
No,
if
it is not that either.
Did you hear what I just said?
Goodbye, Georgiana.
Stephen!
And they all had things common among them. Therefore they were not rich and poor, bond and free, but they were all made free and partakers of the heavenly gift. Mary, what do you think about it?
I think you read well.
Oh, what else?
I think Miss Georgiana would have a fit if she knew I let you read from that book to me. She's not too fond of your religion these days.
Well, I think Miss Georgiana has trouble separating us from our religion. But Mary, what do you think about it?
I think you've got your religion, and I've got my religion.
I wonder she was quite a zealous missionary, Mary.
Some cows in the herd like to wander out on their own, but most of us follow the path given us. Just lead me to the trough, and I'll be happy, miss. As for you two, I can at least give you a proper send-off.
You're a good friend, Mary.
Well, that's that for you. Force a habit, you know. Why, Miss Georgiana, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm wondering the same thing about you, Mary.
Well, I've become a friend to these two.
You are no such thing!
Now don't be busting your course.
You traitor! I will deal with you later. And then there's you, dressmaker.
Miss Hyatt, it's nice to see
Don't you put on your false kindnesses with me, you hypocrite!
Please,
I don't want to hear it! I don't want to hear your pities, or your sympathies, or your condolences.
Ma'am, you may have been my mistress in your fine house, but now we're in their place, and I insist. What is that?
The dressmakers recognize it. They've spent a great deal of time on this over the past few weeks, and they know every stitch of this dress. This horrid shroud.
Oh, please, Miss Highett, we're preaching no harm here.
You took me down the path to lure me away. You so earnestly said the town